Almost forgot to turn my mic back on. Bump down the desktop audio a little bit over here. Get some volume control. Alright, so hey stream, hey everybody. It's been a week, hasn't it? Sorry for the long wait. Just had to take care of some stuff that came up right before stream setup, but we should be good to go now. Just gonna make sure that we actually have up the thing. So, welcome to the stream. For those of you that are maybe just joining for the first time, my name is Sean. I make games, I play games. Games are kind of my thing. And sort of as per usual on this stream, what we do every week is take a look at a little bit of whatever I'm working on, because that's kind of part of the show. And then we do a little bit of going into some Star Ocean. But before I get started, so just to reach out to the chat, how is everybody in the chat doing today? Hopefully Friday has been going excellent. Your Friday has been going excellently. Things have hopefully been chill. I got to sleep. I'm super excited to show off some of the cool stuff that happened this week, especially with Mage Princess Alia, which is the game I'm currently working on. We're going to keep it a little shorter this time, mostly because I only really had time to kind of go over, in particular, one level to sort of show off for today. So that's going to be the main focus, and I'm really excited about that one. So without further ado, let me just make sure that we actually have it running. Over to the capture windows. On. Oh, perfect. Okay, I already had it set up. Okay, so for those of you that may not be familiar with it, turn off one other thing. Those are notifications. Not disturb for that long. Okay, so basically speaking, also before I get started, just as a reminder, for the entire month of May, not May anymore, goodness, the entire month of June, I'm going to be raising funds for the Bail Project, which is a US-based national organization that maintains a national bond fund for people low income who qualify to be released on bail but can't be released on bail. If you are interested in donating, my Nightbot will drop a message every 10 or so minutes. But if you're looking for a cause to support, you can feel free to just go to the link to donate there. You do not have to have a Twitch account or anything or even like a Tiltify account to donate. All you really need is to provide card information and you're good to go. So if you can give, and you're looking for a way to help, that's where it is, because let's be real, Black Lives Matter. So that's, enough said. So insofar as the new stuff for Mage Princess Alia, so this kind of came as a surprise to me. I wasn't expecting this at all when it happened, but basically, normally, just to kind of give you all an idea of what we're working with, I'm going to bring up level 2 as a point of comparison, because level 2 has not been prepared yet. So normally, like when I first start doing level layouts for Mage Princess Alia, they usually look something like this, right? I just get some green rectangles, kind of lay them down, sort of follow along and do this whole thing. Everything, it's just a rough layout so I can get an idea of what things go where, what all is going on, just to get a basic idea of the level structure. And usually this is after doing like a physical sketch of it. So what happened is that earlier this week, I was pleasantly surprised by one of my artists deciding to do me a mega favor and dropping on a whole tile set for me. And now why this is so important, why this matters so much, is because it becomes a game changer when you look at it. So, let me hit play and show y'all so you get an idea of what this looks like and why I'm so excited. So that there's volume, got adjusted. Mixer and make sure that, okay, good. Maximize it better. So now, rather than having just that kind of plain boring green background, oh hi, I had to go AFK as soon as I opened the stream, but I'm back now. What did I miss? I did my stubs. So I did my usual kind of opening explanation of who I am, what I do, that kind of stuff. Just checking with the chat to see who all was here and what was up. I did a fly through of not in game, but just like a fly through over what a normal level design looks like, to compare and contrast it to what we have now. So normally, and you'll see this if I wind up going to level 2 after this, but normally when I lay out stuff, I just have like a very plain green background with very plain white walls and all of that. But now, one of my artists actually gave me a full-on tile set to work with. So that's what you're seeing now with the background. So the walls are still kind of the same white. Like these walls here and here are still sort of the same stand-in ones because we're still working that out. But we now actually have, first of all, an actual real background to play with. Oh, I accidentally still had other shots unlocked. But now we have a real background. This is like the first time for Alia specifically that I've had tile set before. You'll see by comparison when I'm done with this level kind of why that's important. But the only other thing that's happened also is that we now have actual sprites for our archers. They used to be little triangles, but now, as you can see, we have actual archer sprites. They're shy and don't want to come near me, but yeah, we have actual sprites for our archers and everything. And yeah, like I said before, basically, I was completely caught off guard by this in terms of my artist actually doing the tile set. She was just like, or one of them rather, she was like, hey, so I was just kind of messing around in a sprite, and I did this, tile set, right? How about you try it in the game and see what it looks like? And I said, yeah, sure. And I had to figure out a couple things because it's a little bit tricky to get it set up in Unity. But once I did, now, basically, I can go back and lay out all the levels sort of like this instead of the way that I normally do. I can actually sit down and just put in this full tile set and everything is pretty much copacetic. This is exciting for me specifically because, like, there's a kind of realness that really comes to a project once you start moving out of the realm of like, oh well, now I just have there's a realness that comes out of it once you're actually able to have like real assets in engine. And we're so little by little we're kind of working our way through it, but like just having this background makes it feel makes things feel kind of real, I guess is the best way to put it. Like more so than you would really think at first. That one back. Bounce back again. and all that story stuff. So I'll do a by comparison, so this is what the levels normally look like when they're laid out like this. So let me unplay it and I'll demonstrate with like a flyover and even do a little bit more tile painting because I realized I left some out. So adjust the proportions a little bit here, so you can kind of see it. So like I was saying earlier, normally when we look at how I do levels for Alia and how I lay them out, the basic idea is that I have a level structure, right? And basically I just use a plain green background to kind of just fill in the major spots with some of the outer white walls just used to kind of constrain the actual bounds of the level. So basically all of the other levels aside from the first one are right now currently sort of laid out more similar to this, where you just have the walls and you have the plain green background and all that, just to kind of fill it in and to get it sort of started, right? But now that I have a full and proper tile set, what this kind of gives me the flexibility to do is to actually start laying down something that looks and feels a lot more organic. Yeah, and I was like super stoked because I basically got this tile set kind of as a surprise from the artist that I was working with. And so I did a little bit of setup in Unity such that really all I need to do now is I switch over to the tile palette over here. I can just take this one right here, go over to my tile map, and if I need more road, kind of just lay things down like this and I have more road. And at first it looks like it's going to be a hot mess, but if you actually sit and lay down a whole block, that's the only part of the Unity tile mapping I haven't figured out yet, how to make sure that it displays it cleanly all the time. But basically what has happened now is that I have a very clean way of like laying down road tiles, for example, and it looks very nice. And even if I don't, I can go over to like this base layer and also add in another set or two, right? So I just come out here, come all the way out just to make sure that I've covered most of it. Right? So now I have very easy ways to kind of just lay down more terrain, more grass, all of that. For me, it's one of those things that I really kind of deeply appreciate being able to do now, and I'm super, super psyched that I have this. Different levels are obviously going to have different tile sets, but now I have a way of kind of creating more vibrant and more interesting kinds of things. It's very good kind of just for the general visibility profile of the game itself from like a standpoint of how do I talk to people about this, how do I show people about this, but it also, for me personally, it's just exciting, right? Because it feels more real now. The more you move away from more prototype art, the more that you begin to really like visualize the thing for real as you want it, the more it just becomes super exciting. You're just like, God, I'm so ready. Like that's how I feel personally. There was one other thing I wanted to be able to show today, but I can't quite yet. It wasn't like finished or implemented in time, but all things being equal, it may show up next week. So I'm going to keep that on the hush for now, but it's going to be pretty exciting. Definitely for next week, though, I will make sure that I have all of the rest of the levels kind of like done up like this in terms of the tile sets. Not all tile sets will be finished by next week, but the main goal, the main objective, is ideally to at least go and do this for level 3, because level 1 and level 3 thematically take place in very similar environments. Level 2 and level 4 may need slightly different tile sets, so I might wait on those for a little bit. But do a little bit of that. There's a new enemy type, because now I'm starting to implement level 4, which means that there's a new enemy type that I actually want to make sure is properly implemented in the game, based near the end. Make things a little more challenging. Yeah, things are moving. Things are moving with Ollie, and I'm really excited about it. So next week, if things come together for next week, it'll be sort of me showing more Alia-related stuff, primarily. But if not next week, then the week after that. There is a deadline we're trying to hit for the Game Devs of Color Expo, which normally would be held in New York, offline at like the Schomburg Center. But circumstances being what they are, they're doing it as a digital version. I really want to submit that to this. So here's hoping. Did chat have any questions for me in particular about the game? Any other plans? Any other things that are coming to mind? If not, we can probably hit up Star Ocean in a second. Happy to see things getting fleshed out. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, no, I'm happy for it too. Okay, so then if that's the case, let me wrap up our categories now. On the 4-3. Gaming. Any other tab? Spoilers. Yeah, alright, I think that's all we got. That. Now. Okay. Oren, thank you so much for the donation. Super deeply appreciated from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Thank you so much. Deeply appreciated. Yeah, I know it seems. I know I'm like reaching for words, but it does mean a lot. It is vitally important that, as part of this whole conversation, there is work actively being done to kind of like make sure that people who should have a right to be released can be released. That's why I chose the Bail Project primarily, especially because they're operating on a national level. That is of utmost importance to me in particular. Alright, so Star Ocean. So last time on Star Ocean, where were we last time on Star Ocean? I'm trying to remember. So last time on Star Ocean, we killed a chicken. That's right. We did kill a chicken. In a mine. Oh yeah, now I remember. So, last time on Star Ocean, thank you very much for the reminder. I'll send you my headset so I can hear myself think. So, last time on Star Ocean, we killed a chicken in a mine. I was worried that I was going to once again get hit by the curse of, oh lol, I guess I broke my bonus gauge, but instead of that, didn't break my bonus gauge, and I in fact humiliated that giant chicken in the mine, and got a whole chunk of XP out of it. That's what we like to see. So on the battle trophies front, so I just want to check this real quick. We are at 14% battle trophies. I think there are awards at like 20%, 25%, 30, 35, etc., etc. Basically, yeah, they're basically just achievements. Remember, this is a PS2 game. So they're just achievements, but getting them actually unlocks like new difficulty levels, costumes, and all sorts of other really important stuff. So I'm not going like hardcore trying to get every single one of them, but I am going to try to get as many as I can, as if I was playing normally. I'm not going to go out of my way for some of the more ridiculous ones, like, oh hey, you need to beat the final boss using only the starter weapons, and all your characters are level 1. On the hardest difficulty in the game. It's like silly stuff like that makes up some of the battle trophy challenges. We're not doing those because that takes a level of dedication to the craft that I am not willing to put in. It's a lot of work. Really hard. There you are. This area shows little sign of being mined, and the purity looks quite high. Let's search around here now. Everyone start digging around here. Gonna dig, dig, dig. Gonna dig, dig, dig. Gonna dig, dig, dig. Gonna dig, dig, dig. Just gotta post some links for a thing. Ta-da! Here. And here. Ah, darn it. I just hate it when these things. Ah. That's the command. Silly Nightbot. We're gonna have to fix that in a second. Silly Nightbot. Where is one other place I want to streams? Okay. Alrighty, let's continue. So, sorry about that. So, so basically, the other reason why we're here in the mine is we came to get some ore. And the reason why we want ore is because the kingdom that we are currently allied with, they need it for a weapon. So, we went and got it for them. Which meant coming into this mine and dealing with all these annoying shadow puzzles. Okay, less annoying than I remember from when I was a kid, but bunch of really annoying shadow puzzles and everything. But speaking purely actually from like a designer's perspective point of view, I have to admit that it was actually really clever what they did with some of the puzzles in here. So the idea for some of them, right, is that the game can actually tell when a shadow has made collision with some object in the game. That was part of the puzzle. And so what wound up happening was that there was a door. Oh, they have two separate... Huh, that's interesting. So what's interesting is that I'm gonna save just because the fact that they're offering me a save point right here, something's gonna go down. Yeah, it's another save point. So I'm gonna take advantage of that and actually save there because there's a reason why they put it there. And I don't know, I don't remember what it is yet, but I'm gonna take it. So, yeah, I was talking about the shadow puzzles before, right? So the main reason why I like the shadow puzzles, in retrospect, even though some of them are annoying, is because it's mostly very simple things like, oh, just make sure that your shadow doesn't touch this door, or hey, connect these two torches by using your shadow. It's a lot more interesting, and it takes, I think, very good advantage of the way that kind of you can use lighting in 3D games to make shadows in the first place. I think it was a pretty cool idea. In just a very general sense. And I appreciate that they, in retrospect, that they didn't do a whole bunch to kind of accidentally like super emphasize, oh yeah, now you're gonna have like 7 puzzles where you're connecting shadows like this or like that. They only had like 2 or 3, which I think is, for me personally, in retrospect, is a much more even-handed way of looking at it as opposed to going like, oh yeah, let's just make this thing with a bunch of shadows in it and everything. Let's just make a puzzle that is based on purely nothing but shadows. It's like, nobody wants that. Kind of annoying. Okay, abandoned refinery. There's a Becquerel mine. Whoa. That is a big red square on my map. Which means that... Oh, wow. I'm gonna try to sneak and not get backed up by that very big... Yeah, rip bit rate. Yeah. Those dragons are eating up a whole bunch of my bit rate right now. That is spooky scary. I'm gonna just keep walking. Alright, I should also probably close Unity in the background because that's not helping my bit rate. And also Krita. Sorry, give me 1 second. I forgot I had some other stuff up. Try to give my stream as much and my computer as much cycles back as possible, or whatever the proper term is. Give it 1 second. It ease up a little bit. It might also just be the fact that they're like ginormous dragons, and if anybody's wondering why I'm not... Okay, I will fight the trees, because we haven't gotten into a fight in a minute. Okay, so I can confirm... Okay, so I can confirm that when you load a new game, or that when you load the game from the save point, it does not, yeah, it doesn't keep the bonus gauge. Which is fair, to be honest, because that would be absurdly busted if it did. I think even Star Ocean 4 does something very similar where it's like, no, once you, like their equivalent of it, they also reset it. 23,600 full. Okay, you know what? I'll take that. Take those. Oh, and they've got damage auras. Okay. Oh, hey, Overkill, what's up? Not much. We are playing some Star Ocean. Did some mining. Got some copper. We are now just making our way through this other half of the refinery and this mine while I try not to get jumped by giant dragons. You know, the things that you normally do in an RPG. But other than that, everything's good. How are you doing today? Sour Ocean 3 looks interesting. Yeah. So, like, the basic premise, to grossly Cliff Notes how we got here. Basically, my character, Fate Line God, is a college student in the year Space Date 772. And what turned into what was otherwise a very idyllic vacation has basically wound up turning into lol. I got stranded on 2 separate planets that haven't discovered spaceflight yet, and I need to go find my dad. But also, oops, I got involved in a war kind of thing. I'm thankful to be right here, right now. It is those who forget the miracle of life who die. I'm alright. Sadly, had to cut someone out of my life today, but it's because I was too anti-fascist for them, so who cares? Yeah, I can accept that sentiment. Ooh, did we just recruit somebody? Or money makes the mayor go, as they say. There's certainly many who waste their lives by their miserly ways. Give him the money. Yes, give him the money. Yeah. It's a deal. I shall impart a bit of my vast knowledge and experience upon you. Yeah, that is the guy I was looking for last time, Stubby. You're right. Which means I'm gonna go put him in my fraternity workshop. Go over there. Yeah, the story overkill. They try. They do their best. This is like, I want to say, early mid PS2, so it has all the pros and cons of that rough era of time. It's so dark I can barely see. So they try. I played this a lot when I was a kid. I was able to at least finish the main story, but never some of the side stuff. I'm still debating if I'm going to do some of the side stuff. But not 100% yet. Magical berries, we take those. So yeah, for clarity, overkill, just to kind of make sure. That old guy I was talking to, Gratz, he's one of the inventors in the inventor system for this game. The refinery's right over there. I think I'll go take a look. Alright, I forgot to fix the donation timer. Let me just do that real quick, because I thought I was going to hit a cutscene. Donate. Save. Do that. Knifebot sometimes has trouble with things. Yeah, I know what you mean. I've been fighting my way through Final Fantasy X lately. I won't do Blitzfall, that's for sure, lol. Yeah. One of the bonus dungeons in this game is basically the skipped floors of one of the other endgame dungeons. To give you an idea of how many things there are in that particular bonus dungeon, the name of the dungeon that you're based in initially for it is Sphere. It has the name 200. It has a number 211 in it. That's how many floors there are, and you wind up playing like the skipped ones. I love Blitzball. It might be a nice game, but I'm bad at it. I was also very bad at Blitzball. Blitzball, yeah, that's a tough one. Also more so that they wound up locking at least some of the requirements to get an ultimate weapon behind it. I'm just like... But, you know, peak Square Enix, right? There's a refinery at the end of this line. Our work is almost complete, so all that's left is to haul out the copper. Do you want to take the hauler to the exit? Got it. I had to look up a guide to finish the only mandatory game of Blitzball. Yeah, that tracks. So, for this playthrough in particular, the only thing I'm really doing as far as guides go is that I'm cheating a little bit, and I have a guide for the item creation system, mostly because as I went about at length on my last stream, the item creation system in this game is wild. I do want to take the hauler to the exit. I did make sure to save, so just in case anything really wacky, anything weird happens. In case anything weird happens, we are covered. You need to teach Waka all of his key abilities, and then the tournament has a chance of having his sigil as a reward. Yeah, that's... Good luck with the first part, though. Yeah, Blitzball. Lady Nell, there's... Outside. Did you see something? I'm assuming that they're really scared. Yep. So for context, right now, we are working with the Sacred Kingdom of Aquaria. We're working with the Sacred Kingdom of Aquaria to help them with this weapon thing that they need. But the mine that we went to is currently in the territory of the kingdom they're fighting against, which is the Kingdom of Eriglyph. And Eriglyph has 3 military services, including this Dragon Brigade here. And this mine is basically where the Dragon Brigade gets some of their dragons from. So, yeah, we went there.
Good job getting this far, but I'm afraid it was all in vain. Reinforcements?
Yeah, reinforcements.
Looks like we took too long.
Yeah. Counterpoint, there was a giant petrifying rooster that we had to fight, so that wasn't really our fault.
You guys load the copper. Leave the fighting to us.
Yes, right away. Hurry, everyone! Let's get that copper loaded.
I forgot that that NPCs in this game don't have proper running animations, so whenever they have to move fast, they just take the normal walk cycle and speed it up. So it's like the world's most awkward power walk, kind of. And it's funny, but also just like, oh my god. In retrospect, I probably should have fought a couple other normal battles. Okay, hold on. Come on, come on. Dang! I was just a second too slow on the draw. Dang! I want a triple XP again. Oh well. We'll have to go with it. It's fine. It's fine. Honestly, having extra recovery is probably not the worst thing. Not what I would have wanted. I really would have wanted triple XP, because y'all know how I play this game by now. But make sure that everybody's good for the next fight. Yeah.
The copper's loaded.
Copper's loaded? Alright.
No. Someone has to deal with the Dragon Brigade. You go on ahead. We'll hold them off.
Okay, I think it's probably Demetrio's dragon's wing beats are so strong that they're causing my computer to lag. Also, pose Firefox for like half a second and see if that also helps.
Don't worry. We'll catch up with you later, I promise. Now get that copper to Dion.
Other Firefox also.
Marlene, let's go.
Yeah, I may have to get more RAM,
Don't even.
I think we avoided the worst case scenario.
but we'll see.
What could you possibly accomplish by looting some copper? Or maybe it's for that new weapon of yours.
How do you know about that?
Don't underestimate us. We've known about it for quite some time now. You don't have a monopoly on spies, you see.
Let me just low on my end.
Whatever this runological wonder of always turns out to be, it won't help you win the war. The weak will always fall to the strong. But enough of this pointless posture. Surrender!
Don't make me laugh.
So these two are Fate and Cliff, huh? You both are quite impressive. It's not too late, you know. Join with us. If you refuse, you'll die.
Or it might have been Discord.
Wait, join you or die? I can't decide which is worse.
We'll never join you. And I don't intend to die either.
Bold
I
words.
thought you'd have a little more sense. What a pity.
See? He's talking all this good stuff,
Looks like a good
but he has a 40% bonus rate, so I'm about to completely clown him. I say as I'm continuously set on fire. Okay. Okay, never mind. I was talking too much smack. Okay. Items. Got. Yeah, nah, I was asking for that, honestly. Okay, that ought to keep him quiet for a second. Oh god. Oh. Okay. I'm okay. We're good now. We're good. So yeah, the main thing that I also have to be careful about is that, so on last stream, I basically decided to take a risk and say I need to be able to spam more skills. So right now, Fate is doing 30% more damage, but is also taking 30% more damage, just so I can use more special moves. Because, you know, except that special moves also take away from your HP in this game, so getting hit a lot is not ideal. If you can help it. Okay. I meant to switch targets, not switch who I'm using. But I think we're okay now.
We lost. This battle.
Did I ever unequip the light stone? I did not.
We shall win the war!
Synthesis materials. Take those. Oh, we didn't break the bonus gauge either, so that's good.
I don't believe it.
I'll believe it.
Still, your fate shall be.
Bye-bye.
We better get back to Aquios fast. Now that Eriglyph knows we are working on the new weapon, we don't have much time.
Yeah, now I'm trying. So, it's a long way from here to Aquios. Maybe we should head back to the refinery and rest up a bit first. I could do that. Or... well, hold on. Okay. That's why he said that. Because I was going to say, how are you going to tell me to go walk back all the way through that dungeon for all of that? But no, as it turns out, there's just a shortcut back over to there, which is good. So, I am going to do what Stubby said, though, and take off this thing. Give me that of freedom, some of insight. Honestly, just give me the amulet of freedom, honestly, because I don't really need the lightstone anymore. Okay. Haul it to the refinery. Go to the refinery. Okay. I should have come back by now. I'll be returning to my kingdom, but I thought I'd explore. Not that I'm looking for treasure or anything. Did you want to rest up? Yes. Honestly, I'll take that, because, you know, free rest. Sure, why not? Oh, so for anybody else that's new and watching, and are there any other questions about, like, this game that I can answer? Because I did explain at least a little bit for Overkill when they came in, but I just want to make sure that our bases are covered. Insofar as like, is there anything else that y'all want to know? I'm also going to take this opportunity to try to get my dang 100% map completion for this, for the mountains now that I'm here, because if I do that, then I get more money to spend. We are not going into the mountains of Bari yet though, because that I don't want to get bullied. They get mean over there. I'm not really ready for that fight right now. Not about that life. Yeah. Okay, that's not a thing I can read. Yeah, if there's any other questions anybody has about this game, I'm more than happy to kind of answer them. Or even, I can't say the franchise unfortunately because I've only played like 2 games out of it, but you have a world map. Might be nice to see how the world's arranged. I sort of have one. They did this thing where they're all interconnected. I can go to, yeah, like there's no good way to really see how all of them are connected to each other. But in terms of rough relative distance to each other, I do have a way of showing that. I think if I go over to invention info,
Hey there. Shop
Info.
information has been updated.
shop info.
To collect valuables.
Okay, so basically, right now, so the planet that we're on right now is called Elicor 2, right? When we crash landed, we initially crash landed over here in the royal city of Aircliff. So right now, we are basically, I want to say somewhere between Karlsa and Arius, I think. Or somewhere between I don't think we're anywhere between Arius and Paterni. It's somewhere between Karlsa and Arius, I think. Basically, we actually enter Aquarian territory once we hit Paterni. Then the actual sacred city is over here. So yeah, so the Becquerel mines where we're at now, I think are somewhere in between Karlsa and Arius. And then a little bit further south of Karlsa, like maybe over this way, is one of the other dungeons where we basically beat the stuffing out of like the second member of one of the other branches of Aryglyph's military.
Dirty trick.
I let my guard down.
Oh hey, it's the wolves from what's it called?
That was easy.
I was trying to make a joke and then I completely ruined the punchline. That makes it easier to place where we are, thanks. Yeah, I'm like relatively certain that I have that right, but my details are a little bit messed up. I think, yeah, based on where the next map is, I'll be able to correct that probably if I did get it wrong. The music sort of reminds me of the Tales of series. So, funny you say that. Pardon the garbage truck out of my window doing other stuff. But it's funny that you say that, because the composer for the Tales series, Motoi Sakuraba, also composes for Star Ocean. In a very general sense, the Tales series and the Star Ocean series are vaguely related to each other in the sense that the most succinct way to explain it is basically after the first Tales game, Tales of Fantasia, what basically happened was that there were some members of the team for that game that were like, this didn't turn out any at all the way that we wanted,
What's this?
and we want to do our own thing, right? That's basically that basically happened almost right after Tales of Fantasia got released. So members of that team split off to form Tri-Ace, which, if that name sounds familiar, aside from Star Ocean, they also do Valkyrie Profile. And so Sakuraba did the composition for Tales of Fantasia, but he also still maintained that working relationship with Tri-Ace. So Star Ocean, Valkyrie Profile, and Tales. Tales nowadays, they're willing to lean on other artists every now and again, but those 3 games primarily, he has a lot of history with composing for them.
Tynaeve, Varlene,
yeah, it is pretty cool. And then also Sakuraba something that has done for like Golden Sun and a bunch of other stuff. So even Mario Tennis.
Damn, they didn't get away?
Oh. Did our mob shirts just die?
I thought something interesting.
They're moving a little bit, so they're fine.
And now we meet again. I'm glad I came out to play today.
Are you now?
Albel!
What a pity. We had to seize your precious cargo.
So this Albel dude, you remember how I vaguely mentioned that time we went south of Kurosawa and basically like punched the Black Brigade in their face and went like, okay, wait, that sounds terrible. Let me rephrase that. When we went down to Kurosawa and fought against the Black Brigade, basically what happened was that we embarrassed them effectively, and this guy is the head of the Black Brigade, and he's like, we're not doing this. Yeah, so like I said, this game, you can tell it's early 2000s because they used like Black Brigade for what is basically one of the antagonistic factions that we're fighting against, and it's like, really? Not the best move.
Silence, maggot.
Also, Albel's,
Albel Knox.
I'm gonna swear, Albel's an
Dare you
asshole.
do this to my people?
And so what's coming next is going to be exceedingly cathartic.
You mean these two? They resisted when we tried to seize the goods. They didn't put up much of a fight. They dropped like flies.
You won't get away with this.
Nell's right.
No getting off the hook for free today, ladies. I'm not through playing. Besides, this time you might even give me a little sport.
Someone, honestly, I'll be real with you, Stubby. He can wear whatever he wants. There's a reason why.
Yeah? Try us. We have a way of taking the fun out of things for our enemies.
Like, it looks like he's just kind of picking on people, but he's pretty skilled. Honestly, he can wear whatever he wants. It is completely not my business. So I'd say let's chill on that part.
I'll be the judge of that. Now, let's see what you've got.
Here I go.
Let's take him.
Yeah, none of that. Ouch. So, other fun fact about Albel is that basically, he uses the same techniques and sword style that a lot of the protagonists from earlier Star Ocean games use. Yeah, that's Albel for you. Like, he's super pretty boy, but he's a gigantic jerk. Yes. Pretty despicable person, yeah. Does he join us? Does have that vibe, doesn't he? Oh, I switched characters by accident. I'm like, why is Fate not doing anything? Cliff, I wish you'd stop knocking him down. Short answer, I think I can answer this without spoilers. Can I answer this without spoilers? I'm not sure. Yo, do we have the 300 bonus? Yes, we do. Okay, if I remember correctly... I can't lose, but you just did. I can't lose, but you just did. Yeah. Dunk. Nerd. No battle trophies, but, you know, we take those. Does he join us? I think it is possible. I don't remember 100%.
You put up a better fight than I. This cannot be.
It is, dude. He clowned you.
Want some more? Gladly. I won't be defeated by the likes of.
Let's go, Cliff.
Huh?
We gotta get Tynehaven Farley to a doctor fast. And we got the copper. No reason to stick around here.
He has a point.
Yeah, you're right.
But shouldn't we take care of this little problem first?
Well, I will say that the mottled mouth gives him away as an important character. Yeah. So, going on mottled mouth theory, then yes. And overkill to explain that joke. Basically, when you look carefully in the cutscenes, any character that is like NPC status, that's like an NPC or otherwise like tangentially important, you'll notice that when they speak, they don't have like fully modeled mouths. It's just the texture moving.
Yeah, well, it's just like he said.
Okay, this is the coldest line in this entire game, and I love it. So, for context, the next thing Fate is about to say is exactly what Albel said the first time we ran into him earlier in the game, and was like, I don't want to fight you all, because reasons. Listen to this. This is cold.
Easy wins have never been my style.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you there. I have no interest in trouncing weaklings either.
Also a thing that he said.
Let's go.
Literally ice burn. All the ice burn. Yeah, like we beat up his subordinate and he said, easy wins aren't my style and I don't like fighting weaklings. Stay mad, stay mad, stay mad.
I'm sorry, Claire. Please take care of Tynehaven Farley.
Okay, yeah, I had the location slightly wrong, so I'll go back to the map after the cutscene and show where we actually are.
Of course. Don't worry about them.
Okay, I won't then.
Are you going back to Aquios?
Yes, I am going back to Aquios.
Yes. Somehow information about the top-secret new runological weapon that we developed, the Thunder Arrow, was leaked to Eriglyph.
Well, there's no somehow about it. Demetra told you that you have spies, that they're
I
there.
must report to Her Majesty as soon as possible.
There's no somehow there. The spies leaked information about the weapon. So...
They're not fools. They must be planning something.
As for that leak, one of my subordinates has gone missing. He disappeared right after you came back. There is a good chance he was passing information on to Eriglyph. This is truly unfortunate.
That's like saying water's a little bit wet, Claire.
I see.
Nell, let's go.
So for context, Claire and Nell are old friends, but Claire is also probably... They're old friends, but Claire is, if I remember correctly, also Nell's direct report, basically.
Right.
So, I mean, they're chill and everything, but it's also one of those things where it's like, oh, we got new inventors too. Alright, let's see who we got.
Hey there! How's the new product? Is there a rival that concerns you?
Got some old philander. Nope, I don't want to learn about that dude. Sounds like somebody I want to punch. One who would not expect the stylish fellow to be in actuality a dour man who spends day and night engrossed in alchemical research, uses special exploding potions to chase away the woman who cannot help it. Oh my god. And I have to recruit this dude. Oh. Sometimes you read these character descriptions when you're older and you're just like, did they really do this? Star Ocean, please. So the unfortunate thing is that I do have to actually recruit this jerk. If I want to have a good chance at actually getting the strats that will break the rest of Disc 1 over my knee. Kinda need him. So we're gonna have to hire him at some point. Something just doesn't seem right with this beautiful yet strange young woman. Probably due to her constant complaints of hunger. Apparently she can't work without eating. People need food to survive. There's nothing wrong with that. Anyway.
Inventor information has been updated.
Ranking.
Your accomplishments have earned you the top rank. Well done. I knew you could do it.
Yep. So, inventors that are marked in blue, we haven't recruited yet. Inventors that are marked in red, we have. And then yellow is, of course, you know, me. So,
Select a name to display information on an inventor.
yeah, at some point we do have to sign Macwell. So, check info.
For information, you
Shop
can
info,
check
okay.
the inventory status for products.
So basically speaking, actually I was kind of right. So we're in between Kursan. Right now we're in Arius over here. And so like the Becquerel mines are like vaguely over here-ish, I want to say. Or maybe closer to like over here, because you get to there by going closer back to Kursan. The headquarters for the Black Brigade is like somewhere down here-ish. And so where we're heading now is we're going to cross out of Arius, go back over to Paterni, then from Paterni to Aqueous. So that's basically where we're headed right now. I'll look up the stuff to recruit Macwell and maybe do that off stream if we can do it already. So basically the reason why we want that jerk is there is a material called orichalcum that you can basically synthesize into weapons that is just like a flat 5 plus 500 attack power. Just flat out. No questions asked. Some of the bosses at the end of Disc 1 in this game are really freaking obnoxious, and so I need that raw attack boost to stay ahead of them, or it's gonna be very, very painful and protracted fight, and I don't want that. Yeah. The boss at the end of Disc 1 will like just wreck my face if I'm not careful. So want to avoid that. Okay, let's see. Alright. So I already finished this map, so we can just cut straight across to the fields. I'm tempted to do a little bit of inventing. See what I can come up with. I want to see if those Mighty Gauntlets are actually an upgrade for Cliff, because I haven't really upgraded any of my equipment in a while. And now that I have Grots, I might be able to actually do some good forging. Superior weapons corrupt the mind of the experienced who overestimate their own ability. Only the most valiant warriors who are capable of wielding the weapons I make. That sounds like somebody I need to recruit later, but you can't recruit somebody before they've entered onto the market. So, gotta hold those. Alright. I'm gonna do a little bit of crafting, not a lot, because the process is unfortunately, it's not like gigantically time consuming, but it is one of those things where it's like, well, and as you can see, we can even talk to the inventors that we left over here. I'm actually a bit behind in my work. Upon arriving in town, I was overwhelmed by all there is to do and see here. Grots, wherever there are people, there is strife. However, righteousness is there too. That is how humankind is able to flourish without destroying itself. I like him. He's cool. Okay, so inventing. For those that aren't familiar, this is basically how it works. In order to invent stuff, what you have to do is hit invent. Both your individual party members as well as other characters that you recruit have specific talents for certain things, as well as having a certain degree of certain items that they can make or not make. Effectively speaking, you have to tell them what type of item to make. You have to tell them what type of item to make. Give them a whether they're doing it from a plan or making their own invention, and then you have to give them a ballpark cost to aim for. You cannot control how much they put into it directly. You have to basically keep refreshing this until you get a value that is close to what you actually want to make. So I'm going to put Grots on the line real quick. We can only do smithery because Grots can't do anything else. Do an original invention, and I'm going to go open back up my handy dandy table of things. Where is it? Here we go. Here's the item creation calculator. I'm gonna do smithery, bait, cliff, and don't have the smithing hammer. Grots. Gallon gun. Okay, so my ideal range is somewhere between 49.88 and 55.13. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's go. Okay, fail. I'm gonna give them like a run of 5. Alright, we got 1. Got 2. Good. Got 2 rune blades. Ready. And we're gonna leave it at that for right now. I don't want to invent too much, because that burns money like you wouldn't believe. Let me make sure I'm looking at the chat. I do not. That's why I stopped to make this. Yes, I'm sure this is the item.
Here's the tentative evaluation of the item. It looks like you should try a little harder. There isn't anything for which you can file a patent.
I am sorry, I am literally not made of money.
To the top. I'm rooting for ya. But I'm really not supposed to play favorites.
Yeah, I mean, but Gratz is working under me though, so I'm basically at the top. It's fine. Let's see if that sword was actually any... It has more hit, so you know what? We take those. I mean, by like 1 point, and technically he didn't because he's still under contract with me, so it doesn't matter. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything is a-okay. I'm gonna come back to doing inventing later. I may do some stuff off stream just to try to catch up because I need more. There are certain stun devices that I still need to get a hold of, as well as some other stuff. But I don't know if I can invent any of that with who I have on hand right now. Let's go. Let's head over to Arius in the meantime. Oh, hang on a second. Has Discord doing things? Discord is doing many things. Oh.
Let's take him.
No. None of that. Okay, right, so the main reason why I said none of that is because in this game, again, for those of you that are not super familiar with the battle system, your characters can actually be defeated by losing all of their MP or all of their HP. So enemies that do MP damage in this game are also very dangerous. You can use this to your advantage against bosses also, but you need to be very careful. Basically, if you mess up...
That was easy.
Oh! My bonus gauge!
And that's how you do it.
I should've. Every single time. At this point, it really is kind of just a meme for the stream, and I kind of accepted that. Pretty much every single time on stream that I've played. Okay, almost. Not always. But there's at least almost always like one break for bonus gauge. I break the bonus gauge at least one time every time I stream. At least one time. And it kills me. It wasn't triple XP this time, which is why I'm not like mad, but...
Are you okay?
Whoa, hold up. Is that who I think it is? I forgot she comes back. Whoa.
Yes, but we'd better get her to a doctor immediately.
Okay, so, stream. For those of you that either don't remember her, or do not know who this is Mirage Coase. She is also that blonde dude Cliff. They're they're old friends. They used to train at the same dojo and everything. They're both aliens from the planet Claws. They look they look very close to human, but basically, they have the whole "we're from a heavier world than Earth is, therefore we have more strength" kind of thing. Mirage was with us when we crash landed in Ariglyph initially, but she's been not completely incommunicado, but she's been busy doing other stuff for most of the rest of it until literally now, apparently.
Well, if it isn't Mirage.
Mirage?
Cliff. Fate.
Yes.
Reunited at last.
Okay, she's just saying it to be cheeky, as opposed to like, is it really you?
What have you been up to?
I've been tracking you down. It was easy enough with all the stories you left in your wake.
Yeah, people basically just keep talking in-game a lot about how Cliff is just like this giant, muscular, oh my god, what? Basically, people are like kind of like scared by him, and so that's probably what she means.
I just arrived here, only to see this girl collapse in front of my eyes. We need to get her to a doctor, quick.
Is it that bad?
I'm afraid so.
Flowers?
Flowers? Uh-oh.
Amina!
Da, 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 da. So, that town that we passed through right before Aquaria, Paterni, Amina lives there. She has a friend that she says she hasn't seen since the start of the war between Ariglyph and Aquaria. And the end result of that is that,
What?
well, she was just picking flowers, waiting for the war to end to go see that friend. We met her. We saved her when she had an unfortunate, some kind of sickness-related attack in the middle of the woods. We saved her. Everything was hunky-dory.
What is she doing here?
Until she decided to come here. And, here we go.
How should I know? We gotta get her help!
Take her to the inn, and I'll go summon the doctor.
Please, hurry!
Oh, boy.
She's stable at the moment, but her condition is still serious. For now, just make sure she gets plenty of rest.
Damn! Why'd she have to go and pull a thing like this?
Hey, keep it cool. You'll wake her up.
But...
I said relax. Do you think you beating up the walls will somehow help her get better?
The disease is in her lungs. If the eagle were operational, I think we could heal her.
Are you sure, Mirage?
It may be a small ship, but its medical facilities are better than anything on this rock.
Hey, Cliff. Your jerk is showing. Shut up.
Unfortunately, the impact destroyed most of the equipment. And the eagle's been heavily guarded ever since you two were taken away. The door's locked, so the soldiers can't get in. But unless we deal with them, neither can we.
That's the thing, isn't it? If we started raising a ruckus in the middle of their royal city, you could bet the Dragon Brigade will be on us in no time.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that Albel guy will take too kindly to us either.
He won't. He is super salty. I can guarantee you that much.
But Amina, she's running out of time.
I know, but what can we do?
I'm sorry. We're running out of time ourselves. Her Majesty has summoned both of you.
Is something wrong?
You'll hear all the details inside the castle. It looks like Eriglyph's invasion has begun.
Oh
Their
boy.
troops are already approaching Arius.
Oh no.
Not only that, we have information that indicates this time all 3 of Eriglyph's brigades are taking part in the battle.
Oh no.
Oh, man.
I think they are going to try and wipe us out before we can complete the Thunder Arrow. Duke Vox is commanding them.
So they're trying to end it all in a single blow.
It looks like that. At any rate, Dion will head to Arius with every completed weapon at our disposal. I don't know how much he'll be able to accomplish.
Dion?
Amina, you have to stay in bed.
Fate?
Don't worry about that. Why did you push yourself so hard?
Because my friend, an old man I know, told me I could find him here, in Aquios.
He's here?
Yes. The man said he works in the Royal Research Facility.
Oh
You
no.
did say that your friend is an engineer, but are you really sure he's in the lab?
I don't know, but when I heard, I just had to come.
And so you came all this way by yourself?
The Royal Research Facility. Does that ring a bell?
There's only one research lab in Aquios. Lady Elena's Runological Weapon Research Facility.
For the record, she's already told us who the friend is, but Fate seems to not like listening to people, so that's why we're going through this whole song and dance.
Really? If that's the case, I may have already met him.
Definitely already met him. Nell just said his name. Fate, please pay attention to the conversation.
Amina, what's your friend's name?
His name is Dion.
What? Dion's your long-lost friend?
Do you know him? That means Dion. He's really here. I'm going to see him.
No, wait. You're sick. You have to stay here.
But
Amina, you can't move in the state you're in. Look, I'll bring Dion here to see you.
Fate.
Amina, listen to me. I don't want you running around and collapsing again.
Okay.
Mirage, can you please stay by her side?
Yes. Leave her to me.
Dion is still in the research lab?
Yes, he is. He's still preparing the runological weapons they're going to take to Arius.
I'll be right back.
Okay, and I just gotta figure out where, retrospectively, this is. Save first, just in case. Just in case what's happened. Alright, so while I go run around and try to figure out where in the palace that is, what are Stream's plans for the rest of the day after we're good here? Anybody got anything special in mind, or just vibing? Or me. After I get lunch, I know for a fact that I'm going to keep putting this new drawing tablet I got through its paces. If you're wondering why every now and again when I raise my hand you see this thing on it, it's fancy enough that apparently you need this to help keep the smears and sensitivity from getting messed up. It's pretty cool. Nothing here really? Yeah, it's cool. I mean, honestly, it's also totally fine to kind of just chill and be relaxed. Today, at least as far as my day job was concerned, was the last day that we have for the last day that we were doing this certain other thing. So my Fridays are more or less mine again. I am currently debating the merits of potentially my analog stick doesn't go down again anymore. I'll figure that out. But right now I'm currently kind of thinking about what other days I might want to try extending streaming out to. Part of it is to maybe help the fundraising effort a little more by being just more available to do stuff, and also to sort of help Star Ocean's progression along a little bit more. I've been thinking kind of about what other games I want to be able to show off. Mostly just because another part of this stream, I started it partially to show off like things like Mage Princess Alia, which was earlier on for those of you that just kind of came in. It's the game I'm currently working on. But I also wanted to sort of just play through games that I played again when I was younger and sort of kind of like look at them again and see how well they did or didn't hold up. Let me see if I can just fix my issue with my analog stick input real quick, because for some reason it stopped again doing that. There we go. Oh, whoops. And the sound kicked back in. But yeah, so like I was saying before, part of why this game in particular, it's just the volume should go back down in a second. It spiked up because I had to go and reset my analog inputs, and that will cause the program's audio to spike a little bit.
Right.
So I just pulled it back down. It should be back to normal in a sec.
I want you to take the completed runological weapons to Arius by wagon. Good luck.
Yes, sir.
Pardon me. I am also looking forward to be able to actually not have to wake up at crack of dawn every day during the week. I have to do that
We
a lot.
received the copper. Thank you very much.
Dion, it's...
I've heard about what Eriglyph is doing. It's unfortunate that we won't have time to use the copper that you worked so hard to get for us. But there's no time for regrets. I have to take all of the usable runological weapons to Arius.
No! Who cares about that now? It's not that!
Whoa.
Huh? What do you mean, who cares about that?
Dion, do you remember someone named Amina?
Amina? How do you know that name? Did someone tell you? How embarrassing.
So you do know her?
Amina was the name of a childhood friend of mine.
Hey. Cut to the chase.
I haven't seen her in years. My, that brings back the memories. I wonder how she's doing.
Right now. Could be better.
So it is you. Come with me a minute.
Wait a second, what's going on? I can't leave my work now. How do you know about her anyway?
Your childhood friend Amina is here in Aquios. She came to see you.
What? No. She lost her folks in the war and went to live with relatives in Eriglyph. How could... She can't be in Aquios.
I'm telling the truth. Please. I know you're really busy, but please come.
Okay. Okay, where is she?
She's at the inn. Will you see her?
Of course I will. I've missed her.
Let's go.
And I just now noticed that my mouse is apparently showing up in the capture window. So now I gotta just tweak that real quick. I wish I'd realized that earlier. That's embarrassing. Don't capture the cursor. Okay, much better. When I was younger, I did not know about this ladder and that you could actually climb it to go up and down. And so I used to go the long way, like come out here, go upstairs to the second floor of the castle, and then do that, and it's like literally just go this way and you're fine. I feel half of that exchange could have been yes, that's why I was like, oh my god, Fate, just tell him she's here right now, and she's here right now, you need to go see her. Like, how hard would that have been? It's not that hard, dude. And now I'm so irritated I don't remember where the actual doctor's office is. It's gonna take a minute, I'm sorry. Right, I should go check. Yes, what can I do for you? There's one other thing I wanted to get. Silver dagger up. It might have been in the inn I was just in, but my brain is fighting. That is a lot of money. I wanted to get those gauntlets, but that's a lot of money. Oh lord. Weapons. Moon blade. It might have been in the inn I was just in, and I might have completely forgotten because I'm tired. I'm just tired. Not this time. Yeah. Yep, it was here, and I just forgot because my brain is like maybe at 50% power right now.
This is the room. Amina's in here.
What is it? Let's go in.
I have to tell you something first.
What?
She's suffering from a serious disease. That's why she couldn't go see you.
What? Amina's sick.
Yes, Amina's sick.
She was never the most energetic girl, but...
You are her only strength now. The thought of seeing you again is all that keeps her going. I don't know if it's my place to say this, but please, take care of her.
So,
I understand. She means a lot to me too.
again, for new viewers, the reason why you're like, okay, so Fate met this girl in this city and very clearly has like empathy for her, which is good, but he hasn't known her that long. How does he already care this much? Amina is pretty much a one-to-one for his friend Sophia, who he got separated from at the start of the game and hasn't seen in a while. So he's already worrying about Sophia, and then he meets a girl that looks exactly like her, except that is like extremely sick. So that's where that's coming from, for context.
Amina!
Dion?
That's right, Amina. It's me. It's Dion. Oh, you look so thin.
I'm so happy. Dion, my Dion. I missed you so much. I've been working on my wishing charm every day. Every single day.
Don't cry. It's all right now. I'm here.
This feels very personal and we should leave.
All right, give me the dirt. Where do we stand on the battlefront?
I'll be honest with you. It's pretty bad. The enemy forces have already swept past Kurlsaw, and they have established a front by the national border close to Arius.
Is the JRPG Deadflower trope going to go into effect? I'm hoping not, but flags seem to have been tripped. So, hard to say.
I also have reports that indicate that this is the largest force they've ever fielded.
That's not good. The enemy's serious this time. Vox is spearheading the attack, right? And all 3 Aeroglyph brigades are participating?
Yes, but apparently Albel the Wicked is not participating in this operation.
It's not so wicked, because we whooped that behind.
Is that so?
Can't be wicked. How would Roll Safe put it? Can't be wicked if you got your butt kicked.
The reports indicate as much. There is a possibility that the events at the Becquerel mines are somehow related.
Let's unpack that for a second. She's like, there's a possibility that the events at the Becquerel mines are somehow related. We kicked his ass. Like, we bullied, we busted him up. There's no somehow related there. We busted him up. Defeat means friendship. Albel does not seem like the type that makes friends.
Makes sense.
I'm gonna be real with you. Albel does not seem like the friend-making type.
Well, whatever. We'll take on whoever they throw at us.
I'm sorry. I didn't bring you two all this way to help fight our war.
Okay, she says this, but the only reason that she sprung us out of the dungeon in the first place was because she was like, oh, y'all are engineers from this other country called Greeton that basically nobody comes out of. Basically, right? Surely you can help us complete this weapon to help us finish the war. So technically you did bring them all this way to help fight your war, just not on the front lines? Doesn't line up. I don't know how I missed this as a kid, but that's some weird writing stuff.
Now you tell me. Don't worry. Being here was our decision.
It is now. It wasn't before.
I appreciate you saying that, and I know our leadership is counting on you, whether they come out and say it or not. Have no doubt, you will be a vital part of our defense.
For the record, the queen of this country herself also basically genuflected and said, please help save my people. This is some bad mojo that we're in right now. So they did in fact come out and say it. Not all of them, but if the queen herself did, then you basically know that that's the real thing. Like, you know.
Well, it's not like I could just let things go their merry way now. In for a penny, in for a pound. Right?
There's my phone doing loud and annoying things.
Yeah, that's right.
The chat is still going okay.
You weren't listening, were you? What's on your mind?
It's just, watching Dion and Amina, I couldn't help but remember Sophia. I wonder what she's doing right now. And then there's my dad. I just hope everyone's safe.
It's not really my place to say this, but I'm truly sorry. Sorry for keeping you here so long.
Are you really?
I know you want to go help your father.
Yes, we do.
Don't worry about that. It's not like I have a way to get to him now anyway. It was just bothering me.
I said this before, but worrying won't help. You have to focus. Do what you can now.
You're right. All I can do is help this country, and figure out how we're going to survive this.
That's right.
So, what do you want me to do? I can fight if you want me to.
I would like it if you would. That would be actually very cool.
Ah, yes. What do you want her to do? She's a great fighter, like I told you before.
I'd like her to fight.
I think I'd like her to stay with Amina.
Oh. Somebody better go get this boy. Somebody better go get this boy.
I guess you're right. No sense getting her involved now. Mirage, you okay with that?
What do you mean no What? But you just... You just said. You literally just said. Cliff, please. You literally just said she's a great fighter. Fane is like, no, I want her to stay with Amina. Like, okay, I guess there's no sense getting her involved now. Cliff, you're Kakashi. You're supposed to be more on the ball than this dude.
Fine.
I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting.
There's an actual reason for this that isn't just this nonsense. Okay, so since... long story short, this is... The international version of Star Ocean is not quite the same as the version that initially came out in Japan. The version that was released internationally is the director's cut, which does add a couple of extra playable characters. I'm gonna leave it at that. But because this is still following events from
Are you ready?
the original Japanese version, at least right now, we're still in that content. So
Yes. And we've no time to spare. I'm looking forward to having time to chat with Amina once the war's done.
no, why would you say that? No, you never say that. Never say that. Never say that. So many death flags just got chipped right now. Oh my gosh. Dion, you never say that. No. Never say that. Never. Don't ever say that.
That's right. Another good reason to win this war.
Oh no.
Yes, we'll win this one. I promised Amina we would.
Oh no. Oh.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. Dion, hurry up and finish your preparations. We'll go on ahead to Arius.
Okay.
Why did you do this? Why did you do this? Why? Why would you do that to yourself? Ah, okay. It's 3:14. I think we have enough time to at least make it to Arius and maybe make it through like whatever else comes after that, and then stream will probably get cut after that. But yeah, if I get into no fights, I should be able to make a line straight to Arius in like 3 to 5 minutes tops. That time when I decided to that time when I was like speed running, even though I'm not a speed runner. Okay, here we go. The split starts now. Bonus points if I do this while only having my map oriented north, which means that I can't actively see enemies aside from looking at the mini-map. But you know, I'm amazing, so I can probably pull it off. I say this and I go toward the wrong direction of the map. Or did I? No, I didn't. We have my bitrate though. Okay, let's see. Step over here. I jinxed it. Alright, rip. Okay, right, something that I should explain, since it's been happening and I haven't been explaining it. So, in the battle system in this game, you have weak attacks, strong attacks, and guarding. So, guarding will beat weak attacks. Weak attacks will generally be faster than strong attacks, and strong attacks will break guards. But the interesting thing with this game is that guarding produces something called an anti-attack aura. And depending on the enemy that you're facing, different enemies have different types of anti-attack auras, but as the player, you can also. So like the spiders that I just fought against have healing, so when you trigger their guard, they heal instead of
Lady
stuff.
Nell. Commander Claire and the others are waiting for you at headquarters. Please hurry.
Yep. Carrying status is a go. Oh right, I tried to get those and I have too many. They don't let me just pick it up anyway, because maybe I want them. Please, you may enter. Lady Claire is waiting. Yep. We're gonna go talk to Claire. See here. Take point again, just because you can never be too careful. Not load. Oh my god, that would have been real awkward. I still cannot believe. I'll make a highlight of it later and put it on the Twitch channel, just so that people who missed it can see it. But I cannot believe, when given someone who is combat capable enough, that even Cliff is like, listen, he's nice. Fate goes, no, I'd rather have you stay with this sickly young lady. Now, if it was like, I want you to stay and try to help treat her, that would make sense. But he's like, no, I just want you to kind of chill here. Or you could have literally just brought her out to fight. Someone who is literally as strong as Cliff is, and you're like, nah.
Nell Zelfa reporting, ma'am.
JRPG protagonist.
Sit down. Although the enemy has superiority in numbers, we can fight them from a distance with runological weapons. We'll use runology to deal with the Dragon Brigade too.
Runology is magic, basically. Fate knows he's the JRPG protagonist and has to keep story and difficulty consistent. Yeah, I guess.
If we fought them head-on, we'd be playing right into Eriglyph's hands. We must maintain our distance and avoid close combat at all costs. The operation begins at the break of dawn tomorrow. I want all units ready.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Dismissed. Nell, I have a separate task for you to carry out, apart from the main force. I want you to break through enemy lines and destroy Eriglyph's command center.
Vox?
That's right. Fate? Cliff? I'd also like to request your assistance if I may.
Of course. That's why we're here.
Sure.
I never meant for you to become so involved in this, but...
Hagane no Moon Santo! Rabbit Tank!
Valio, thank you so much for the follow. Deeply appreciated. I love seeing that alert. Makes me feel warm and fuzzy feeling inside. Thank you so much for the follow. Hello, how is your day going? How is life, the universe, and maybe everything?
Please don't worry about it. I have my own reasons for wanting to fight. I want to end this war as soon as possible.
Right.
Okay, thank you. Both of you.
Yeah, so right now, Valio, to catch you up. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure I advanced it a little bit. I'm doing good. Good to hear that you're doing alright. I'm doing good. Right now, a little peeved at this game only because we had the opportunity to bring on somebody who is literally 3 times stronger than any other human being, and our JRPG protagonist and all of his amazing JRPG protagonist wisdom is like, no, I need you to chill here with this sick young lady that reminds me of a friend of mine. You just chill here with her instead of, bringing her to the battlefield that we're about to go into. Her meaning the lady that can actually fight, but Other than that, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
Fate? Cliff? Please assist Nell in her operation.
And the operation in particular, again, Valio, since you just came by, is, so, in Space Date 772, war was happening. We got stranded on this planet, and, basically, we just got told, hey, we need you to go behind enemy lines while this big fight is going on and go smash up the
Yes, ma'am.
command base. Have fun. So,
All right.
gonna do that.
There's still some time before you need to leave. Please make preparations. Check your equipment and rest if you must. It's all up to you.
Leave it to me.
I'm counting on you.
Yep, so I'm gonna go find the item shop, go buy some items, then come back up here, rest, and then technically speaking, stream is supposed to end in 8 minutes, but I might extend just a little longer so we can maybe get past that this major battle sequence and just kind of get it out of the way for next time. If I remember correctly, if I were to start our next stream on that, that'd be heavy. Not about that life. Or we are about that life, but not to this degree. A poorly wielded sword. Bad sword. If you're a warrior below standing, never blame your inexperience on your weapon. Yeah. I've not seen Star Ocean before, honestly. Yeah. Till the End of Time, this one, the third one, people have very strong feelings about it. Gameplay wise, it's generally regarded as like the best one in terms of that kind of quality. But there's certain implications that come up later in the story that people are like, lol, what is this nonsense? And that, we'll get to that eventually. But I played a lot when I was a kid, and so part of the purpose of these streams, aside from like just doing it kind of for fun, is that I play games mostly that I played when I was younger to kind of give more of like a game design-ish look at it later on. Like earlier, I was talking about how there's a puzzle in the dungeon we were just in that involves like a lot of working with shadows. When I was younger, I hated that. I was like, this puzzle is some nonsense. But and that was when I was younger. I wasn't really about it all that much. I didn't like it that much. But with reflection now, it was actually a pretty... I can actually buy all the revival items now. It's good. But when I was younger and I played this game, I didn't like the shadow puzzle at first, but now, like with retrospect, I was talking about it earlier in the stream, I'm like, okay, no, really, the pacing of it's something very different than what I saw in most games around this time. It was, they didn't overdo it in the dungeon that it was in. It was a little tricky to figure out, but it wasn't like ridiculous mind games either. They had a pretty decent balance of yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, I think we talked in Twisted's Discord about game design briefly. Yeah. I like to yell about it a lot. Sometimes, usually from the perspective of somebody that just like loves the thing, but every now and again, I kind of just pick apart the things that I like just because it's a good thinking exercise. It helps. Well, you're gonna go to bed now? Hang on a second. I'm gonna say no, just so I can save real quick, because I have no idea if they're gonna throw me straight into a cutscene afterward. I don't trust Square Enix, they might do that. Yeah. But yeah, Valia, so like generally speaking, if you tune into the stream like early, when it starts, which is like in my case, I started this one like what, almost 2 hours ago, and so usually at the very start of the stream, I'll show off either a prototype that I was working on previously, or sometimes the game I'm currently working on. Hit no again by accident. Paying attention. So if you ever want to hear like more on how I think about design stuff, yeah. If you come into the early parts of the stream, that's when I talk about that usually, and then we play Star Ocean afterward. Probably a good idea. The last thing I want to see is us losing because he didn't get enough sleep. Okay, Cliff, fine. Now that my day job has kind of eased up a little bit on some of the other responsibilities that I have, I might try to stream more frequently. like, I might try to have one other day where I just do pure Star Ocean stuff, and we kind of just move along that way. And then I save, like, the Friday stream for, like, one part game design and then more Star Ocean. Sort of mix it up that way. I have not, as of yet, gotten any requests to, like, do anything extensively game design on stream, but I might. I may just reserve an hour or two at some point if somebody ever expresses interest in that, sort of just do that. Especially because if it's just Unity, I might be able to actually handle streaming it from my laptop, which gives me a little more flexibility in terms of when I can do it. I have to do a lot of working around schedules for the house in order to really do any proper streaming. So it looks like they want us to go over to the... Directions are hard. They want us to go over to the west side of town and go do stuff over there. So that's where we're gonna go. Should be able to complete the Thunder Arrow if we could just hold out a few days longer. We don't have to defeat the enemy now. All I have to do is buy some time by harassing their ranks. Decisive battles at hand. At last, the time has come for the gods to punish the Scythians, those who have defiled our lands. Okay, right. So the actual context behind why this war is happening, the simplest way to put it is that there was a plot to assassinate the king of Eriglyph. Presumably, it was carried out by members of a church whose primary worshippers are from Aquios.
Are the preparations complete? What we do here will determine victory or defeat.
The general idea is that that's probably a lie, but nobody was able to prove it, and so Eriglyph was like, "Law, we're fighting now," and that's basically why it's happening.
If we do not defend this position, they'll take the royal city in one fell swoop.
I missed that also when I was a kid, but...
We must stop them here. Let's do it. All units, move out!
Okay. So... yeah, we're still diving behind enemy lines like they said. So... unlike normally, there is no map completion bonus for this, which means that I just have to literally run to the other path. You wanna fight me? Catch me, nerds. Let's dip around. At least I'm pretty sure that the actual way to get to the enemy line is just to follow the path, but I forget. Okay, never mind. They have a 90% rate on the bonus gauge. I should have been fighting these nerds. Ha! Get dunked on. Alright. One out of the way. Right.
Blade of Fury! That was fun.
See, we could have had... we could have totally had... yeah, we're definitely getting close, because now with this Dragon Brigade. Interesting combo of encounters and action combat. Yeah. So, so yeah, Valio. Overkill was also here earlier. And they noticed the same thing in that they were like, oh, yeah, this sounds a lot, the music in here sounds a lot like it's from the Tales games. And so the long and short of it is that the team that developed the first Tales game, Tales of Fantasia, members of that team split off to make Tri-Ace, which eventually make like the Star Ocean games. And so it's kind of like a divergent evolution of the way that it's a divergent evolution of the way that Tales of Fantasia does combat when you look at it. Oops. Or whatever, we were thinking the same thing. So the main draws of the battle system is that you can basically, using skills, will use either HP or MP depending on what kind of skill it is, right? And so it's possible to both possible to defeat enemies by either draining all of their HP or draining all of their MP. Either or will work. And then there's a balance of, well, okay, if you use battle skills like Blade of Fury or Sidekick, they also use up a percentage of your HP to use. And spells, of course, use MP. So it's a balance between kind of doing one or the other, in addition to the way that the guarding system works.
So, you're the ones I've been hearing about. The ones who defeated Albert.
Wait a minute, that voice. Is that? Yeah, that's Michael McConaughey. I'm like 95% certain that is Michael McConaughey.
So what if we are?
Fox, you die here, now!
You've got a lot of guts, but we'll bury you just the same. Leave these scum to me, men!
Haven't played the Tales games either, but yeah, that's neat. Backlog is long. Mood. I bought the to support the itch.io bundle. That one that's kind of giving their money out to like various buy causes that's hit over like in the lots of money range. I got that bundle. I can tell now that my backlog is probably gonna go off of my desk onto the floor and out the door now.
Let's go.
It's gonna be some shenanigans, but yeah, no, my backlog's pretty long too. I recommend that if you like.
Be careful.
Oh, whoops. Nightbot. Sorry, you're okay, Valio. Nightbot does Nightbot things. I may have overconfigured it. If you're muted right now, that's my fault. Sorry. You didn't do anything wrong. Nightbot probably. That emote might be blacklisted for whatever reason. I'll fix that.
Whoa, you're ready.
Okay, hold on a second. Okay, I gotta do one thing first. Nope. Hang on. Okay, put manual. Manual. Okay.
I will crush your soul! I will crush your
Okay, so the reason why I put those two on manual is because that's why. So, as Stubby will tell you, I love me some triple XP in this game. So now that I've done this, I can properly go back, turn these two on auto, and we can actually beat this nerd up. Ease up a little bit. Get up. Ease up a little bit. Yes, he is. Oh. Oh no! Ah, damn it. Every single time. Every single time. All the time. No, it's okay, Stubby. It's not your fault. I was trying to move out of the way because I noticed he was doing heavy attacks and I wasn't paying attention. So it's not you, it's me. It's not a Star Ocean 3 stream with Sean, unless at some point, you know, gotta break the battle gauge at least once. You know, it's the only way.
I give you annihilation.
Alright. I think also what might have just happened is that he heard the fact that like we were making fun of him for getting beat up, and so he beat me up instead. The important thing though is that nobody died.
All right.
But I could have had 2,700 EXP. Oh my god. Oh. I could have had 2,700 EXP. Could have had 2,700 EXP. You see that number? It's taunting me. 2,700, and
You put up a nice fight, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
But yeah, to answer the question earlier in the chat, yes, he is a powerful general. He is head of the Dragon Brigade. That Demetrio nerd that we beat up earlier on stream, that's his subordinate, basically. What's what? Uh-oh. Oh.
What is that?
And this is the part where I think we remember that this is technically the future.
The Dragon Brigade? No, that's...
It's them.
Oh yeah, we hit FMV territory. This is serious. No, don't do that. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Oh no.
What is that? Something from Greeton?
Greeton is where they think that Fate and Cliff are from. But we're not from Greeton, we're from space.
That's the Vendini.
Vendini?
So yes, this is... So the Vendini are the people that initially attacked the resort where Fate was staying at the start of the game on a completely different planet from this one. They are basically currently at war with the Pan-Galactic Federation, so you now have a highly advanced, well, a space-capable traveling species coming down and basically...
What are they doing all the way out here? They planning on conquering this world?
Hey, we better get out of here. I know what they're after.
What are they after?
What do you mean?
Actually...
Okay, Cliff, now is not the time to mess with this. Yes, this is a fantasy sci-fi genre mashup. It's a little less obvious because you spend a lot of time running around on like fantasy-based planets, but much in the same vein as Phantasy Star, but from a different perspective. Usually the Star Ocean games are very much like equal parts sci-fi mashed up with fantasy.
Can't wait. We need to get back to headquarters. Staying here is not a good
Okay,
idea.
Stubby, in fairness, so hold on, I gotta wind you on that for a second. It may be called Star Ocean, but remember that we live in a world where we have games with the name Under Night In-Birth Exhalate, as well as Guilty Gear Double X The Missing Link, or if you're speaking in Japanese, Guilty Gear XX The Missing Link. It is completely okay to be like, whoa, hold up a second.
Okay.
Yeah. To Valio's point, it's like, yo, hold up a second. Astrology is definitely a thing. So...
What is that?
Dion, sir, the weapon is loaded.
Great. Wait until you hear the word.
What word? Dion?
Yes, sir.
Dion? Dion, what are you doing? Dion, stop it. You are tripping so many death flags right now. Dion? Oh, no. No. Don't do this.
Dion, sir.
Yes, fire! Begin the attack!
Fire on who? Fire what? Dion? Oh my god. Oh no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh no. No, 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 no. Oh boy.
Looks like a good fight.
Blade of Fury! Psychic! Blade of Fury!
Okay.
That was fun.
We need to get back to the other side of those lines, like right now. I don't care who wants to fight, I'm not fighting you right now. I also don't know why they decided to blank the map out for just this one time, because it makes it so much harder for me to remember where I'm going, and I hate it, but... Over... And... right. I know I had the map up, but people got wasted by all of this. Some of these dragons are completely without riders, like, straight up. Like, we're just getting mugged. Sorry, probably wrong choice of words. They're really just like, they're just going for it. Alright.
Too late for regrets.
No point in worrying about Lord Vox now. We're not seeing him ever again. I don't think it's a spoiler to say that. Wow. They got this is very many kinds of bad. Sheesh.
Dion! Retreat! Retreat! Leave the runological weapons where they save your own lives!
Yep. Good call. Oh no.
Dion, sir!
That was almost a Wilhelm scheme.
No, stop! Stop, please!
Yo, snap out of it! Run, you'll be captured!
I'll be captured. Hold up.
What are you talking about? Wait, they're not after me, are they?
Cliff, it would have been real nice if you hadn't told us this right frickin' now.
Was that why they attacked Haida? Was that my fault?
Calm down, Fate. I can explain.
I see now.
Oh no.
It is all because of me. Everything. That's why Haida was attacked. That's why the Hellera was attacked. And now Elikor too. It's all my fault.
I said calm down. Listen to
What do they want me for? Why do they want me enough to kill so many innocent people?
You know that Fate's mad because he did the anime protagonist "Don't touch me" hands off slap.
Who the hell am I?
Uh-oh. What? What? Well, I say what like I don't know what's happening. I know what's happening, but I'm not going to explain it. They just summoned his idol in. Or not. So that happened.
Lady Nell.
I know what
How is
happened.
Dion doing?
I can't explain it yet. Way too many spoilers.
Not well.
I see. Oh, you're awake. What a relief. I thought you might not ever wake up again.
Where am I?
Castle Aquaria. We're back. It looks like the Aeroglyph soldiers went back home too. Now's not the time for war.
Considering we just yeeted an entire spaceship out of the sky, good call.
And the Vendini?
Don't worry about them. How are you feeling?
I'm all... I'm aching all over. And Dion? Is Dion okay?
He's been seriously injured. He's still breathing, but it doesn't look good.
Told him not to chip those flags, and he did anyway.
Oh no. I promised Amina I'd make sure he got home safely.
And then you chipped flags for him because you made that promise. Why would you...
Wait, you should stay in bed.
She's right. You're not in such great shape yourself, you know.
I'm more worried about Dion right now. Where is he?
He's in a private room across from the fabrication room.
Okay. Yeah, this is a good place to stop because I'm like almost 20 minutes over. Okay, so that was a thing. There was a moment I said I was going to make a highlight of, and now I don't remember what it was, but I'll go back and do it. VODs will probably be updated in a little bit. But thank you for coming to my stream, everyone. I deeply appreciate it. We'll be back same time next week. If you are interested in learning more about what I do for like game design stuff and seeing other things, I think Twitch has a thing in where you can type /marker in chat to put a marker in the VOD for yourself. Might want to look into that. I will. Thank you, Valio, for bringing that up. I will make a note to do that. So, thank you again for coming to my stream. Some of my links are down below, but if you are interested in seeing more game design stuff and other stuff I yak about, you can follow me on Twitter at Sean JC Heron. The links are also below in the other chat. Yeah, I'd take a look real quick and see if there's anybody else that we can raid. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can drop y'all off somewhere. Oh, all right. Sin is gonna be streaming. Let's go visit Sinshek. He's gonna be on the front page and everything. So let's go visit him. Thank you again for coming to stream. Let's see, raid. I think I have that right. Right, Sin, XIEZ. Let's see. Alrighty. So, everybody have a good day. Stay hydrated, and I'll see you next time.